Hey guys, this video is going to go over the directions for this friendly floaties investigation activity. This is going to count as a minor assessment. You're going to have today to work on it for a double period, and you will get time on Monday during class time. So please pay attention so you know what to do. Make sure you're using class time to work on it, and email me with any questions or issues. So first, I would definitely zoom in because it's set up to paper size, so it makes it a little bit difficult to see. So I would go to 100% is good, and then you can just scroll through to read. So I'm going to read this out loud, give you general background information. In 1992, a shipping crate containing 28,000 plastic bath toys was lost at sea when it fell overboard on its way from Hong Kong to the United States. No one at the time could have guessed that those same bath toys would be floating in the world's oceans nearly 20 years later. Today, that flotilla of plastic ducks being hailed for revolutionizing our understanding of ocean currents, as well as for teaching us a thing or two about plastic pollution in the process, according to The Independent. Since that fabled day in 1992, when they were unceremoniously abandoned at sea, the yellow ducks have bobbed halfway around the world. The charismatic duckies have even been christened with a name, the Friendly Floaties, by devoted followers who have tracked their progress over the years. I have a website that people use to send me pictures of the ducks they find on beaches all over the world, said Curtis Ebsmeyer, a retired oceanographer and floatee enthusiast. I'm able to tell quickly if they are from this batch. I've had one from the UK, which I believe is genuine. A photograph of it was sent to me by a woman judge in Scotland. So, these rubber ducks were dumped in the ocean accidentally, and then they've been using them to track and learn a lot about the currents around the world and how everything travels. And they were kind of talking about pollution, and the main thing is that these ducks have been floating around in the ocean for over 20 years. So that just tells you how long garbage can stay present in the ocean if it's not cleaned up. So this is a true story. This is not made up for this activity. This is a real thing. You can look it up. This is an article about it. I summed up a little bit. So just very interesting. Anyway, so what we are doing, our task, the NOAA, which is the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association, needs our help. Their scientists have been receiving text messages from all over the world. People have found plastic toys on beaches. We need to organize the information from these texts into a data table. Then we can use the information to determine the pattern of ocean currents around the world. So, next slide. First, there's an introduction video here I would like you to watch. It's about 3 minutes. And just to give you a little bit refresher, this is just to kind of tell you that when you have coordinates, they're north and south, that's the latitude. If they're east and west, it's longitude. You should try to come up with your own descriptions of both these terms as well. Latitudes are the ones that move from left to right when you're looking at the map. So going across this way, these are latitude. Longitude are the ones that go up and down, like the prime meridian. Okay? So that's kind of just an introductory things that you should do. So here, to find the duck text messages, it says click here. So it's going to bring you to this document, and it has a list of text messages. Message 1, 2, 3, 4, up to message 12. So what you are going to do is watch the message, or just click on it, and it'll show you what's going on, the text message information. So now you can do this part one of two ways. One, I would suggest doing a split screen if you only have your computer to work from. So just make it smaller, resize this, and move it over. Or I posted a link for this duck text messages in Google Classroom as a separate message. You can pull it up on your cell phone if you have a phone to use, and you can look up the messages that way and then type it in. So we're going to be looking at this, and you're going to fill in your table. So the date is from the messages, so it's here. Most of them are just a year, but there's 3 that are in 1992. So January of 1992. So you're going to type in 1992, the name of the person. You can read from here. Tyann May. I will tell you now, so there are, I think, 3 of them that do not have a person's name. That's okay. You can just leave it blank or put a line, whatever is fine. Location, it's asking you for the name of the location because it has separate boxes for longitude and latitude. So the name, we know it is in Hong Kong. And then you're going to put latitude and longitude. So I added up here, north and south is going to go in this column. That's your latitude. Longitude is east and west. So it says our coordinates are 120 degrees east, 20 degrees north. So here you would write 20 north and then 120 east. And that's how you fill in the chart. Once you have this information, you are going to go to the next slide and you have a map. So directions here tells you click and drag each duck. Make this bigger. Click and drag each duck to the location they were found based on the chart on the previous slide where we just filled in those coordinates, right? So here's our coordinates, 20 north, 120 east. And then we're also going to click and drag one of these boxes near the duck and put the date in it so we can tell which one is which. So coordinates, north of the equator tells you here, you would go up here 20, 40, 60, 80. South of the equator is this way, moving south. And then from the prime meridian is at 0 degrees. And then east would be to the right and west would be to the left. So 20 north and 120 east is our first duck. So we're going to take our duck, just click and drag. So 20 degrees north, I'm just going to drag it over, and then I'm just going to put him here for now. And then we can check 120 degrees east. It kind of curves down around here, so it actually is kind of right where I put him. The ducks are kind of big and awkward, so don't worry about being super specific. So that's where the duck is found. Then we're going to drag one of these text boxes over here and put in the date. So I'll put 192. Okay? You could do 1992, whatever is fine. That doesn't fit. Okay? So that's what you're going to be doing for each location. Then you go back to your text messages, watch message 2. This is February 1992. Same thing. I would either do this on a phone or drag it over to do split screen. It has fun sound effects too. And then you're going to fill in your information there. Okay? So that is kind of the first big part. Ideally today, what you should finish is if you choose to just fill in the chart first and do all of your messages in the chart, that should be what you get done for today. Or if you go back and forth, find your coordinates and then move your duck and label it, you should get through, I'll say, about like 6 to 8 of the text messages on this table, okay? If you do both. Keep in mind, we are going to have time to do this on Monday. You should be working the entire double period. Use your time wisely because there are other things we're doing after that. There's questions you have to do. You're going to have to figure out which currents the ducks traveled on based on where they were found and things like that. So I'll be explaining those steps on Monday because I do not expect or want you to finish it today. Please email me if you have any questions. You can watch this over again if you need to, or if you're just having a hard time with the text messages, please let me know. I will not be home, but I can try to post something maybe later if it helps. But I think you guys will be okay once you get going with everything. So hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you online on Monday. Bye.